Kristin Tate is somebody you often see with Chris on his program. She's a Sky News contributor. I'll get Chris to ask her a question in a second because I am borrowing a guest from his lineup from later in the week. But Kristin, nice to see you under the worst possible circumstances we meet. But I've got to say, there's no other way for this. I was pissed at the way that Biden responded. Biden responded in his usual all-over-the-place fashion. But he did not speak with the gravity of the moment, the seriousness of the moment. And that's because, of course, one of the many things that the Democrats have done to this point is that they've hated on Trump to such a level that they've dehumanised him, that you could see in their reaction to his potential death, they still had a stump speech about uniting the country.
That's right. And most Americans are reacting in horror to this incident, but I can't say that many are shocked. Nobody should be shocked by this assassination attempt, Paul, because left-wing leaders, including the president, have regularly told their constituents that Trump and his supporters, by the way, are xenophobic, white nationalist Nazis. I mean, Biden, Kamala Harris, the Obamas regularly imply or straight out say that Trump is a racist as though it's a given fact. I mean, just on Monday, Biden was telling his donors it was time to put Trump in the bullseye. And this kind of rhetoric, it's divisive, it's deranged, and it leads to deranged or even violent behavior. And let's not forget, this left-wing violence has been on the rise since the day Trump was inaugurated in 2016. On Inauguration Day, police indicted more than 200 rioters. The riots injured 6 cops and caused millions of dollars in damage. In 2020, leftists burned down this country with impunity. They have been escalating the violence bit by bit, and here we are today. There is a permissive culture of violence that has exploded on in today's left wing. And it is a miracle that Donald Trump is alive today. God bless him. He came within an inch of death. So pray for America today. Pray for Americans.
Kristin, Chris Kenny here. First thing I've got to say is thanks for your text this morning. I wasn't watching TV or listening to the radio. You let me know what had happened. I switched on to Sky and we were all over it here. It is shocking news. Just give us your brief assessment of what this tragic event does for the looming presidential race.
Well, of course, everyone's on edge. I mean, this has exposed so much, Chris, about our country, the hatred that has been festering on particularly the left. And it has made Americans terrified that this could happen again. So there's definitely heightened fear right now. Just in terms of politics, of course, this helps Donald Trump's campaign tremendously. It will rally support around him. And it showed how strong Donald Trump is. That guy is such a fighter. To get shot like that and then immediately put your fist up in a show of strength and tell your supporters, fight, fight, fight. We saw a lion in that moment, and I think it made people so proud of Donald Trump. So I don't know what to expect in the next few months. It will be an unprecedented few months in American politics. People are very afraid, but Donald Trump showed he's not just a showman, he is a fighter, and he will continue to fight for the American people. And by the way, I just want to say, I find it disgusting that President Biden and the Obamas are putting out these statements saying, we wish for a speedy recovery. Really, after years of escalating this kind of violence with the rhetoric about Trump and his supporters being white supremacists and Nazis, those people should be ashamed of themselves. But politically, this certainly does help Trump's campaign, as tragic as the events are of the last 24 hours.
No, it's well and truly part of the equation. We've all thought, again, it's been a day of such strange emotions, thankfully relief at the end of it, but of course the political calculation is inevitably part of it. Kristin, thank you for the quick chat tonight, but we'll see you, of course, with Chris again later in the week.